Nigeria is set to create an Innovation and Technology Advisory Council. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo revealed this and says it will support the creativity and innovative ingenuity of young Nigerians, which will in turn drive the growth of the sector in the country. Osinbajo was speaking after a visit to 7 technology and innovation hubs in different parts of Lagos. Let's get the perspective of ICT expert Mos Uromtah on this critical issue. Thanks, Mos, for joining us again on TVC News. Let's begin with the impact of that visit. We understand that the Vice President also, checked out some hubs in Abuja as well. How much, 7 of them are in Lagos, but how much of a representation of the true or the average IT person now, how much did this tech hub, so to speak, now represent the true reality of things in Nigeria? I mean, did he see what he should see?
Well, that's interesting. Well, thanks for having me around. Tech space and tech industry, it's a minority in Nigeria, and if the vice presidents could step out and begin to look at it as something that we need to work on, then I think it's a good step in the right direction. Particularly what I like about that is talking about young people. The young, they are crowded. It's easy for them to access technology. It is easy for them to use technology. It's so easy. It's easier than playing football, easier than music, trying to be a musician. It's just so easy, because it's the life that we live. So I think it's a good step in the right direction that should be backed up with action so that we can get to see more of that. There are some keynotes on what they think they should do. So I believe that if they have the right set of people in it, then it will make a lot of sense.
All right, tell us, how much impact will an advisory council make in technology in the country?
For me, given that, coming from the government side, most of these things will require that you are on ground, doing stuff, because I just made a tour of the South and Southeast Nigeria, and I saw a lot of people in tertiary institutions that are not known, and these guys have global products. They have products that can shock the world. They have products that could be exported, and that could be like a bang, you see, but they are unknown, okay? You don't know them, there's no platform for them, you see, it's all about popularity. It's all about celebrating. I think one of the things we need to do is that we need to build a culture of celebration around ICT, just like we celebrate footballers and musicians. We need to be also able to celebrate, and then the young ones, we begin to look in that direction of technology.
I even want to build up on what on that point that Fade just made now, and the point you also made, that there are still talents, that we haven't celebrated. Perhaps the attention is so much on more developed areas, forgetting that people are also doing great things elsewhere. But then this involvement of government now in a creative industry, or rather in a hub like this now, I'm just wondering, and the Vice President was asked, how much of government involvement will be in a way that will not hamper creativity of the youth now, to encourage them and not, discourage them.
Wonderful. That is really good. You see, for me, where these things are done around the world, it's just going to require a mix of, because it's an ecosystem. Government should have its role to play, which is the role of providing an enabling environment for these things to thrive. As I said, celebrate, and there are different stakeholders who might want to come in. You won't believe it, until now, it is the foreigners or the foreign guys that are empowering ICT adoption in Nigeria. You get to see a lot of them come in and try to empower startups, tech startups,
right.
And do a lot of events around the startup ecosystem of tech, So there's really been no initiative as such. So I think we just have to have a calendar, okay, in Nigeria, and also the culture, because the culture is beyond anything. Now, if it is a culture, then the governor sits on it, the local government chairman sits on it, okay, a village head sits on it, and everybody has the culture. It's beyond just having a council, because sometimes when you have this council, they tend to have a clog if you don't put the right things together that should go in. And before you know that, poor drivers, and you lose the vision and the purpose of it. So rather than look forward to council and then all that, what I feel the government should really look at is how do we popularize technology in Nigeria? How do we popularize it? My mom uses, I just set her up on smartphone. She has been using the smartphone, but she is rigid towards it, you know. But, you know, the culture is coming in, and now there's no rigidity again. She wants to be on WhatsApp, you know. And you know what I can do for someone's life? Technology is the air we breathe. I don't think it gives any room for the government to hold one side and, you know, waiting for it.
We have to leave it there, although I wanted to ask you how these hubs really work, but we've run out of time. Most Uromtah ICT expert, thank you for being with us on TVC News Hour.
Thank you so much.